this feeling like it's starting now, starting now. I feel adventurous with you, and there is nothing that can hold us back, hold us back. We can do what we wanna do, 'cause in the world, for better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Doesn't matter if we make mistakes, which I can promise that we'll do. Just hold my hand and we will be okay. Yeah, it's true, 'cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you.
Happy Friday, squaddies. How is everyone? How is everyone today? Oh, can you believe it's Friday? Can you believe that it is Friday? Hope you're feeling as good as I am. It's been a very long week. But a lot more settled and quiet this week because damn. The 2 weeks before was just it was just a bit much. I think we can all agree on. So let's just see who is in the chat today. Today's not going to be a very long chat, guys and dolls. I think there's been 2 other Squaddy podcasts on already, and there isn't really a whole lot to say, just a couple of updates and a few things to chat about. But otherwise, we can mostly just make this a you day. So if you have anything to say and bring up, and we can just make it a nice, casual Friday evening chat. Got my tea ready. Hope you've got yours or your wine or your moonshine. So let's see who's here. Hello, Fancy, Denise Jones, Black Queen. All my beautiful people. I can't see your faces, but you're Megan fans, so we're all beautiful, of course. Hello, Karen. Palena, happy Friday. Hello, Elaine. Chef Sandy, hi. Carolyn, Sandra, Fancy, Alita, Cial. See who's here. Also, Vicky, Susie, Gwendolyn, Emerald. Hi. Legs. That's a new one. Nice to see you, Legs. Cookies and cream. Hello. I've still got that idea in my head where one day we have the squaddy conference and I can actually see your faces. One day we'll make it happen. Kay Costello, hi. Rochelle, hello. Verna, hi. Sylvia, Patricia, Terry, Beverly, hello, Masha, Phones, Emeralds. Oh, hi, Cat Harlem. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Or are you just quiet? Anna, hi. Anna, always coming in with the shade. Rottweiler can never look as good as Anna. The reason I put this up is because that picture of Camilla, for some reason, I don't know why, the other day on Twitter, it just went super viral. And I think it was somebody had tweeted, oh, can you imagine that they even tried it or something like that? But yeah, it just went super viral for some reason. Surfer Sam, you can't wait for the conference. We are going to have a squaddy conference. Squad Zoom call. It's like, how do we do it without it being with trolls? I don't know. I don't know how we do it like that. Unless we just made it like one big global event and then we really don't care at that point whether or not the trolls come, because then it's just like for everyone and there'll be like hundreds or thousands of people in the chat. So it doesn't really matter whether the trolls are there or not. Like there'll be more of us than there are of them. I don't know. A Sugar Queen. Wedding is next week and just running around all week. Oh, congratulations, Sugar Queen. Sugar Queen, go and be a wifey. Some of us are still single as hell. But good for you, girl. Send your prayers though, because I do have a date next week. So um let's see how that goes. And best wishes for you, Sugar Queen, for your beautiful day. What else was I saying? Was camping out for Harry and Meghan, but it didn't say where. The UK or Hague airport, Frogmore. Well, we'll get started with that. This guy, Chris Ship, is currently in the Netherlands. I take no credit for the red nose clown annotations. This was taken off of Twitter. So you can see in the first, so these are from his Instagram stories. And you can see in the first story, he says different country, different royal family, a different royal palace. And then in the middle one, he says too cold to eat outside. And then at the bottom in very small writing, he says, and no, for those asking, I'm not here for the Invictus Games, on holiday. And in the last slide, he says, they know how to do wind in the Netherlands. I do not believe for a second that this guy went to the Netherlands for a holiday. First of all, you're from the UK, it's cold and rainy as hell right now. And you go to another country where it's even colder and rainier. Secondly, there are so many countries in Europe and beyond right now that are open. Now, I don't know what Chris Ship's personal vaccination status is, but just for the sake of my argument, even if you are not vaccinated, there are also many places that you can go. And of all the places that he could have gone, he just happened to choose the Netherlands just a week before the Invictus Games starts. So it's going to be interesting to see how long he is there for and where he goes while he is there. Because at this point, I mean, we are just about a week and a bit out for Invictus. So there's a good chance that the Sussexes, or at least Harry, may have flown out already. I don't know. Or maybe flying out this weekend. Presumably they would fly out a little bit earlier just to settle down. But you're not going to convince me that you just happened to go of all the countries that you could have gone, and you're out here complaining about the cold that you just decided to go to the Netherlands almost a week before Invictus game starts. I don't know who you're fooling, bro. Okay. Oh no, was my mic dropping? Oh, I hate it when it does that. Uh oh. Let me know what part of that you missed, if at all. Um, yeah, let me know what part that you missed. Did you hear all the parts that I was complaining about quiz ship, or was it just the introductions that you missed? Like, if I have a good idea of what you didn't hear, then I can just say it again. Okay, I think you all heard the part about quiz ship, so maybe it was just the intro bit that you missed a little bit. Okay, we'll carry on. Let's see what you're saying in the comments. Hello, Evelyn. Thanks for joining us. Yes, happy Friday. Thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, sister, and the Stalkers just cannot leave the Sussexes alone. Denise, that woman has no moral remorse of what she did to Diana. The worst, she is relishing in Diana's grandchildren making her grandma. That's why Harry had to get out. Yeah. Yes, Trinette, the desperation. Um, Roseanne, Quiship looks like more older and with a beaten in real life than on TV. Phew. Well, they've got all that fancy lighting and whatnot, but as we all know, evil will eat you up from inside. And he's going to try and make an igloo. I mean, I know it's cold in the Netherlands, but I don't think it's like igloo cold. Yes, Joyce, of all the places to vacation, is vacationing in the Netherlands. Very strange. Veronica, I also saw where he was in Florida, which is where Samantha Markle lives. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Marsha, take your time dating. Someday your prince will come, but not Harry. My prince was always there, a good friend before I noticed him until I did. Oh, thank you. Yes, the photos reek of desperation. Yeah, Susie Q. Like we're not stupid. The first of it all. Oh, was it the part about the squad Zoom call? I was okay, so I was claiming it in the name of Jesus that we'll have a mass squad Zoom call. There. That's what I said, if you missed it. Yeah, I'm experimenting with the new Wi-Fi antenna. So if this one is still acting up, then I'll just invest in another one until we get it perfect. Yes, Connie, didn't Critchett swear that the Sussexes were not important? The desperation of these people. Legs, with their security, I don't think any royal rodents will be able to get close in public. However, they will try restaurants and etc. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably going around different hotels, maybe trying to get tip-offs to see where they might be staying. And one thing I do know is that a lot of the times at these hotels and clubs and these type of places, especially the more lower ranking staff that don't get paid as much, sometimes they do tip off the paps, but from what I know, that is really only a culture that tends to happen in places like LA and in London. I know that's quite common, especially with the celebrity culture here. I don't know so much in the Netherlands, but that could be what he's trying to do. Just find tip offs to try and get on the Sussex's tail. Um, but we know the Sussexes are smart, and for all we know, they've booked some beautiful private mansion or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, the royal rodents will not get close to them. Verda. Do you think that somebody's trying to mess with the podcast? No, it's not. It's really not. I wish it was. I wish I was so powerful and the powers that be were trying to mess with my podcast, but it's not that at all. We've been having really bad internet connection issues in my area for almost 2 weeks, and it just is what it is. It's kind of out of my control. Because literally up until the last 2 weeks, those of you who have been on my podcast for the longest time, I wasn't really having these issues. And also, just StreamYard, the program that we use, is very heavy. So I've noticed that even when I'm just generally browsing the internet, like all of my other pages will work absolutely fine, and there's something wrong with StreamYard. It's the program itself also, but it's one of the most convenient to use, which is why I use it. So don't worry. At least until now, I am, from what I know, I'm not on a Palace hit list. And no one's trying to mess with the Wi-Fi so far. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe MI5 has bought an apartment down the road and they're trying to sabotage the Duchess of Success podcast. I would actually love the idea of that. It'd be a great episode of The Crown. Good evening to you too, Maggie. Yeah, Carolyn, if he's not there for Invictus, then he won't be writing nothing, right? Right? Jesus. Don't know who they're fooling. So other than Chris Ship's shenanigans, the other thing I wanted to mention, so you guys were asking me about this whole thing that happened with the Australian news site. So this was basically, this is going back to July 2021. This is when this happened. I just honestly just never spoke about it and couldn't be bothered. But seeing as you all were asking, yeah, this was the Australian news channel that used a part of my video of the bench review. It was a good review that I did. I didn't say anything bad about Meghan, and put it in one of their videos and edited it to make it seem like I had said something negative, which I had not. So this was the email that I received from, I think it was the head of video or media or something. And she said, "Hi, Anne. I'm the head of video, and you recently took down one of our videos, and we received a copyright strike from you. I'm really sorry. My team used a portion of footage from you in that video, and I'm fine with it being taken down, or alternatively, any revenue going to you. So off me money. But is there any chance you could remove the strike against us? It puts us at risk of having our channel removed. And as Australia's biggest news website, that really wouldn't be great. It would be great for us in the squad." And then she ends by saying, "Let me know if we can come to some kind of resolution." And my response was, hell to the no. I said, because I didn't respond to her until sometime after, because I didn't even see the email until a couple of weeks after. And I said, "I'm only just seeing this email now. Otherwise, I would have responded sooner. Due to my heavy workload, I am yet to ask you to remove it from your website. You can go ahead and do that also, and do me the favor of not wasting my time taking that up with the copyright strike also," because they had posted it on their YouTube channel and they'd also posted it on their website. But it was on their YouTube channel that I put the copyright strike in. So I went on to say, "For your complete and utter dishonesty and attempt to use my video to smear Meghan, no, I will not be removing my strike against you. I did not say a single bad word about Meghan's book online, but the caption you put over my portion of the video in your edit suggested that I did. My video was clearly a positive review of Meghan's book, and you attempted to make it look like I was slandering her work, as if there aren't hundreds of people online who have joined this hate campaign doing that already. As if every other news network in your country hasn't joined in a hate campaign and is doing that also. You should be ashamed. You say you're one of Australia's biggest news channels. You are meant to be focused on reporting truthfully and honestly, and instead you choose to bully and harass Meghan for clickbait to feed your legion of sheep that watch your propaganda. The bench became a New York Times bestseller. Focus on truth and tell your partners in the Australian media to focus on truth also, and you won't have any issues in the future. I don't want your money. You can give that to charity, perhaps to some Indigenous people. Nobody ever said a bad word about Meghan until she stepped into that rickety institution. You have attempted to ruin her name and use her as a prop in your faux culture war, and it hasn't worked. She rises still. Put garlic on your doors and hope it stops karma when she comes knocking. That's all. And I ended with a Beyonce emoji. So for those of you that wanted the tea, that was the tea. Yes, 6T. Roseanne, you love a mass Zoom call. I think we all would. I think it would be fun, But we should actually make. I don't just want a Zoom call. Like I want a mass Sussex Squad like online conference. Like we should have a whole Sussex Squad conference. Oh my gosh, gonna make it happen. Terry, Christian is too embarrassed to admit he's there to report on Harry and the Invictus Games. Well, the thing is, how is he going to avoid reporting about it if he is there? Will he just like feed information to somebody else at the Daily Fail? Don't know. Joan, I don't think that he will get close. They're going to try, but it's not like Harry and Meghan don't know that the royal rodents are going to try. Yeah, Joyce, that's what I think also. Like, I think they'll rent a house or something. A hotel's too obvious. Marlon King. Marlon King, you're just like gremlins. Gremlins, they're gremlins. That's offensive to gremlins, Marlon King, by putting them in the same category as the royal rodents. Don't offend the gremlins like that. Benjamin, I had a disagreement with a friend over Harry's request to up his security. Surprising because she and I normally get on. We were on a page of Diana. She bought the narrative with Harry. Media reach is powerful to convince. Oh gosh, that's very unfortunate. Well, I heard this clip of the podcast. To Benjamin's friend, just so you know, we have discussed this on previous podcasts and shown evidence that ordinary, even celebrities, can actually hire private armed security in the UK. That is something that anybody can do if you pay the right price. And Harry, being who he is, I don't feel should have to pay for it, but he's requested to pay for it. He's not using the taxpayer money. And in fact, Prince Andrew, his security is still going to be paid for by the taxpayer. So please consider that, Benjamin's friend. Beverly, he is probably stacking out the airport to see if they come on private or commercial plane. Yeah, I'm sure they've got some people stalking out the airport. But Teresa, I sincerely hope H&M don't bring the kids. Those stalkers would compromise the safety of those babies. I actually think that they're going to be very safe in The Hague. I don't think they'll have any issues there, to be honest. Plana, I hope you didn't remove it. Remove what, babe? Persophones. Oh, do you mean I hope I didn't remove the bench review? No, I never removed the bench review. I just put a copyright strike against their video. Persophones, that is insane that they even tried that much. Let's have the nerve to email you after. Yeah. Sanju, can you talk about the trade controversy created by right-wing royalist Meghan hater Richard Eden? I don't know so much about Richard Eden, but this is what the UK media was doing on the morning talk shows today. This is what they're doing. Making fun of a podcast that they say that they're not going to watch and that nobody's interested in. This is what they're focusing on. Not focusing on the energy crisis, not focusing on food inflation prices, not focusing on the rise in national insurance, not focusing on the crooked politicians. They're doing this, and they can't even use Photoshop decently, apparently. Um, yes, dear, that Aussie site sucks indeed. Thank you so much to you all. Yeah, I just let them have it because honestly, like, who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Marilyn, rumors of Harry and Meghan attending the Florida wedding tomorrow. Well, is that the wedding of Beckham's boy, right? Is that the one you're talking about? Hmm. Would they go to the wedding of? I mean, I guess the Beckhams did go to. I don't think they would go to the Beckhams' wedding. I'll tell you why. Because all the attention would be on Meghan and Harry, and I feel like they wouldn't want to take the attention away from the bride and the groom. That's the only reason I feel like they wouldn't go. Not because they don't want to go, not because they're not friends with the Beckhams. I believe they are still very good friends, but they just wouldn't want the attention to be taken away. You know. Thank you, Marilyn Kane. I gave it to her and ended with a Beyonce gif. Yeah, Sugar Queen, that's the tea, the honey and the spoon, stir their troubles. Thank you so much, Alice Langdon, for your super sticker. Happy Friday to you, my dear. If Chris Ship is there for vacation, why is he sending emails about the Netherlands? Good question. Lisa, that's why he's there for the Invictus game. He has that channel on YouTube about the Royals. Yeah, he does. I've never shown it on here because I don't want to get hit by copyright strike. But there was that one video of Chris Ship that sent the Derangers going absolutely crazy because he literally could not hide the fact that he was bored about Catherine's 40th birthday pictures. I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, he wasn't looking at the screen. He was trying to move the subject on. He was even interrupting the other lady that was talking. He was just bored of it. And I think, to be honest, a lot of the royal rota are. They're getting bored of it. Especially being that the money just isn't coming in the way it used to. Roseanne. Yes, we smashed that troll channel. Or at least they know to never ever use any of my footage ever again. Helena, we should do a tea party for those who are in the UK. Oh, I would love that. I would love that so much. I'm just so wary of trolls. That's the only thing. I'm so wary of trolls. Trolls and spies. Like, we'd have to find a way of like verifying. So maybe you can only be invited if you're someone who's regularly on the podcast. But then I wouldn't want to exclude people just because they're not. Or maybe we could just have like a Sussex squad con. That would be great. Try and organize something like that. And if we do, we're going to cause global chaos, which is exactly the reason why I want to do it. Stunning. I live in Australia and I can't stand the negativity against the Sussexes, and it's done with so much glee. Yeah, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why? Why the focus on these people? I mean, you've got three whole oceans and the African continent between Australia and Montecito. Uh, well, if you're going one way around the world anyway. DT, good for you. Thank you very much. It's awful that so many crooks exist and they get to profit from hate. YouTube and other media allow too much hate for profit. Yeah, it's really sad. Could never be me, honey. Could never be me. Oh, you're so sweet, guys. No, I'm just plain simple Anne. No, Joyce, if Meghan comes with Harry to The Hague, I don't believe they will leave the children for about 10 days. Um, oh, you don't believe they will leave the children for 10 days? Well, they could leave them with Doria. They could leave them with Doria. They've got Auntie Ellen, and we know that their friends do visit. So, Emmy girl, they thought you'd be enticed by the coin. No, honey, not on my watch. It's not worth it. You know? When Judgment Day comes, um, oh, I think my mic is playing up. Okay, think it should be all right now. When Judgment Day comes and you get to the gates, um, all the good and all the bad are going to be there. They're going to be tallied, you know, and whatever money you got from doing bad deeds, you can't take that to the grave with you. It's just not worth it. And thank you, Denise Taylor, for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you. Beverly, they are making complete fools of themselves, and they think that the only people watching them is the UK lawyers. Yeah. Verda, wouldn't it be wonderful if the king and queen or the prince and the princess of the Netherlands invited them to stay with them? That would be great. I mean, I guess that would kind of be cool, but I think that type of honor is only reserved for like actual state visits. And I think it would just cause too much noise. It would just cause too much noise. Phoebe, I'm pretty sure that Apple has trademarked their products and humanity has been eating apples for a very long time. Well, you're only going to get hit with a trademark from Apple if you start a smartphone company and also call it Apple. You know, if you um, start a shoe company and call it Apple, and unless they've also gone as far as it depends on what the company has actually trademarked, but Archetypes has only been trademarked for podcasts concerning issues with women. And so you would have to start another podcast similar to Archetypes and name it Archetypes to get hit with copyright. You could start a podcast called Archetypes and I don't know, talk about fishing. I don't think they'll come after you then. So that I think I did explain this in was it yesterday or the day before's podcast? So people are making a big hoo-ha over it for no reason. Susie Q, I don't understand it. Meghan doesn't live in the UK anymore, so they're so hung up on her. Yeah, because she's their moneymaker. That's all it is, hun. That's all it comes down to. And now that the hate campaign isn't sticking anymore, they might actually, shock horror, have to stick to accurate reporting. Destiny, these are grown adults acting an absolute fool the way they are. I mean, just look at that picture. It makes the UK look horrible as well. Yes, Black Queen, Meghan is kryptonite with these miserable, mediocre, and fragile racists. They feed, clothe, and house their family on Meghan's excellence. They are nothing without her. Mama, it's coming. Dolores are all out for ratings. Well, as I've mentioned before, I do think that sooner or later, especially as we go deeper and deeper and deeper into recession, um, these type of tactics are going to work less and less and less. Because people are going to start asking, hang on a minute, why aren't we talking about the real issues at hand here? Why are we talking about Meghan, who's all the way over in Montecito? Elaine, this Brit doesn't drink tea. Are you actually a Brit? uh, I mean, tea is basically our crack cocaine. I have at least 2 cups a day. Yeah, Elaine, what do you drink then? If you're British and you don't drink tea, what is it that you drink then? How do you stay hydrated? Black Queen, don't want any British tea though. It's and bland. Sorry, UK squaddies. Oh, have you tried breakfast tea? So breakfast tea is quite sweet. Earl Grey is a little bit more deep, I find. I quite like Earl Grey though if I'm having scones or anything sweet, and I don't put sugar in my Earl Grey. But I also do like what's the other one? That's not caffeinated. Rooibos tea is also very nice, and I do like Indian chai. But yeah, Indian chai is it's a lot more flavorous. But you drink cold drinks and the odd coffee. Okay. Okay, so I think we will wrap this up. Thank you so much for um everyone for coming. And I'll just get through some of your comments before we call it a day. Rahini, I hope they go to the wedding. I need another Megan gal. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You're all going to be focused on Megan and not the bride. Oh, please remove the media clowns from the screen. Okay, I will. Yeah, we'll put that. Or maybe this one. Um, guess not. So naysayers will be tuning in for commentaries about Archwell. Of course, they'll watch the commentary and then they'll go listen to it themselves. I'm so excited to hear who she has on. I've still got my bets on Simone Biles and Brittany. That's what I've got my bets on. Greetings to you, Rose. Constance, does anyone remember last year a YouTuber royal review tracked Harry's flight from California to England? How did he get that information? That's a very good question, Constance. I do actually remember that. Um, I do think that so I believe that you can track pretty much any flight that's in the air at any given time. How he managed to know that it was Harry's flight exactly is very creepy. And I have absolutely no idea because I'm not a stalker. So I have no idea how you would get that type of information. But I do remember that. And it was just disgusting. Roseanne, Earl Grey is good with a splash of real lemon juice. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try that. Yes, Marilyn King. Oh my gosh, you are my person. Vanilla chai. Yes, Lily Bell. Jeremy Vine is a slimy man. It's funny how they're criticizing Megan for her, copyright her archetype podcast. So why has the Daily Mail copyright Daily Mail and other tabloids? Exactly. One rule for them, another rule for Megan. Yes, Roseanne, Ribos tea is the one. Marsha, I wonder if some of the British is still in the Boston Harbour. Legend has it that some of it is. Tabby, will there be a live podcast tomorrow? If something major happens, yes. If not, probably not. No. I don't think I'll do a podcast tomorrow, if I'm honest, or on Sunday. It depends. It depends on what news comes in. Yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, you will know that I don't really like to do a podcast if there isn't really a whole lot to say. But I felt because it's Friday, let's just have a little chat. Okay, who's going to get the last word of the day? Who's going to take us into the weekend? Beverly, you're hoping for Michelle Obama and Stacey Abrams. I think Michelle Obama might be an option. Maybe. But I think she'll also bring on people who are unknown and maybe not getting the credit they deserve for doing good work. So I think it'll be a mixture of people who maybe we don't know too much about, and some celebrities as well. Okay, I think Elaine, good night and God bless my friends. Sugar Queen, have a wonderful evening, everyone. And Connie, peace and blessings to all. We will end it there. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, everyone who gave super stickers. Appreciate you as always. Have a great weekend and let's dance ourselves out.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions.